So welcome, everyone. Who's here to have fun and get on a budget? Let me explain what it's all about, and then you'll be like, maybe a little more excited, okay? When you mention the word budget to me, I'm like, man, oh man, right? Sometimes that's not a fun word. But if you're excited to get healthy and strong, say Yahoo. Yahoo. Good. And I want to welcome all our 8 million Facebook watchers on Spine Geek channel because, again, this is for you. This workshop's for you. So hello, Teresa. Hope you're watching. Everyone else watching, rock and roll. So we're going to have fun today. If you like what I have to say today, if you like any of the videos that we've produced over the last, I don't know how many years now, a long time, it's all on our Spine Geek Facebook page, and it's on our Spine Geek YouTube channel as well. So if you forget my name, just remember Spine Geek, and you'll be all set, okay? And again, everybody give a hand to all the helpers. Thank you, Mrs. Arvay, Grant, Luke, Heather, and Jesse, all our helpers, Leanne and Nick, Scott, as always, who videotapes this and puts this on and makes me look really good. And then all of you for coming, because this is a fun workshop, highly effective workshop, bless you, just sneezed. And we're gonna have fun talking about budget. But I wanna get into why this is so important at first, all right? Again, if you have any questions about non-toxic skincare, please see Mrs. Arvay. She'll be in the back with Diana talking about skincare, and you can make orders and talk about things like that because what you put on your skin can make you toxic. Toxins is one of the reasons why you may not be losing weight, feeling great, looking like you want to look, okay? So toxins are very important, and that's why we have her here. The other thing is with Young Living. We've partnered with Young Living with Pastor Diana, who is do we call you a veteran? Are you a veteran? A veteran who's been in the military serving us. We serve her back. She's been serving God and people for a long time. But in the world of essential oils, we've always used them for our own family use, just to help have a non-toxic way to clean our home, a non-toxic way to help boost health. And so we like using them, and so she's here to help us, to help you learn more about that if that's something you have. And we'll talk about how you can use essential oils to remove interference, to remove cravings from sugar, to help fight off, remove it. You get healthy to help fight addictions just by simply using essential oils, which is a non-toxic way that doesn't cause interference. It actually helps your body promote green grass, which we'll talk about in a minute. And again, this is me. If you have any questions at any time, if you like any slide that I show, all you need to do is silence your phone, but pick up the camera part and take a picture of the slide. If I'm standing in the way, just do this and I will move out of the way. Okay? I'm used to moving. But this is what I do. I sit in seminars, I got my camera ready to go, and I'm like, snap, 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 and I have the PowerPoints there. I have it all there, so you don't have to hurry up and frantically write stuff down. But that's me. That's my phone number. We've been here for now over 26 years. That's our email address. That's our website. And you have to know, your health and your happiness is my mission. That's why I do every day. It's why I get up. That's why I come here. It's why I pour hours into these workshops. Your mission, my mission, but it is your health and happiness. Because if you're not happy, there's things out there that you may get talked into using to make you happy that actually may make you worse and more depressed and set you up for failure. If you're not healthy, there's things out there that you may get talked into doing that will not make you happy, will not make you healthy, and actually set you up for failure. And so my job is to help get you on a different road, if you would. Turn around, get a new GPS signal, get a new Siri talking to you differently so that you actually can pull off the life that you want. And that's important. What do you want with your life? What do you want with your health? Where do you want to be at in 3 weeks? Where do you want to be at in 6 months? Where do you want to be at in 5 years? See, the choices you make today dictates what that looks like. And the lie is, well, it doesn't matter. It does matter. You're going to learn how every bite literally is pulling you where you want to go or putting you where you don't want to go, whether you like it or not. Okay, and that's why today is so important. Because after all, I am the Health Czar of North Glen. All right, the mayor bestowed that upon me. I helped her get elected. We've known him for years. I even got a sign. That's why I put it there to remind me. This is my mission. This is my role. The health and happiness of everyone in this city. Figure if I had my way, everyone on the planet, right? Their health and happiness is our mission. It's our mission. That's why on our door it says the healthiest families in the world come here. Because if your family comes here and stays here, okay, like the Byer family and the other families that come here, then you're going to see a crazy thing called health attack your family, and it's fun to watch. And when you say Health Czar, what does that mean, Dr. Arvay? That means that I want to see families having fun, all right? Fun, no drama. We have families this holiday season where they don't want family to be around because there's so much drama, they don't know what's going to happen. It's like a time bomb ready to explode. We don't want that. I want your children happy and healthy, right? Happy children, happy teenagers, healthy teenagers, okay? I want to see everybody getting straight A's in school because they're healthy. They can think. Safer schools, no more public shootings, because when people aren't happy, they're put on medication to make them happy. The side effects is that you commit suicide or shoot your friends. We don't want that anymore. I want less depression, less chronic pain, less cancer. Everything I teach you today, if you will apply it, will achieve those objectives in your life, in your family's life, and everyone who's watching's life, all 8 million Facebook listeners, okay? Less heart disease, less diabetes, less Alzheimer's, less crime. I mean, can we agree that would be a good thing if we could put an end or decrease that? Well, here's where it starts. Put your hand over your heart. It says it starts with me. It starts with me. If I don't want this in my city or my family or my relationship, then I can't want this in me. And if I don't have it in me, then you're one less person out there that's the problem, and now you're the solution. This is all about becoming the solution. I look out there, I see the craziness going on, and I get fired up. I don't mean to get angry, I just get fired up because it doesn't have to happen. So what we do in this office, and we've been doing for the last 26 years, bless you, is putting an end to this, but you have to understand what you're up against. Everybody say 3 T's. Okay, the 3 T's are what we are against. We do something against the 3 T's, or we live with the 3 T's. We know they're coming, we expect them, and we know how to handle them, like if we do martial arts, right? And it's not tequila either, okay? Sorry, that's another talk. That's another talk. But literally, because of what we do here, we see miracles happen every day. When you ask me, how's your day? I go, fantastic. I'm not just blowing smoke. We get to see everyone get better, get happy, get healthy, because that's our mission. And we get to see that every day in this office, and for at least 26 plus years. Again, what we do, we've been to the London Olympics, we've been to the Rio Olympics. I'm not sure if we're going to Japan yet, but we've still got a few years for that to go. But what we do works, because we're here to put an end to any unnecessary suffering you have going on in your life. Again, my mission is your health and happiness. The first thing we do is we put an end to unnecessary suffering. Is some suffering necessary? Sure, it might be. Not worry about that right now. But any unnecessary suffering, you could do something about starting what? Today. Say starting today. Starting today. So attention. Your GPS is wrong. It's time to turn back now. Well, imagine you were never taught to brush your teeth. Imagine you were told it doesn't matter. Imagine you were told, well, you don't have insurance to buy a toothbrush. You don't have insurance to buy toothpaste. You don't have insurance to go to a dentist. So you really don't need to worry about it. Those guys are a bunch of quacks anyways. Don't worry about it. They're not real doctors brushing your teeth. What does that got to do with anything? You don't have to brush your teeth, right? When they hurt, then I'll start brushing them. But until then, I don't care. That's a bunch of quacky, new age crap. What if that's what you were taught, and what if that's what you believed? From the day you were born, that was the story you were told. And now you're 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. What would your teeth look like? You wouldn't have any, right? What about your hygiene health? Would you have any hygiene? No. You'd have no teeth. If you had, what would they smell like? What would they look like? Well, welcome to America today. The problem is you were all told to brush your teeth, but you're all told to brush your teeth, but you never were told how to take care of your nerve system, take care of your spine, how to take care of what I'm going to teach you right now. So your GPS as far as what it means to be healthy and happy is messed up because it's not working. Is cancer, heart disease, diabetes, obesity getting better or worse in children? Worse. How about in the teenagers? Worse. Adults? Worse. Elderly? Worse. So that's why I say your GPS to being healthy is broken because it's not getting you where you want to be. It's taking you on a trip you never wanted to go on because this was not explained to you as a child and how to actually now pull this off in a way that's easy. Everybody say easy. It's got to be easy. We raised 4 children. My wife did. I get to help a little bit, okay? It's not easy, but yet it's effective. And we made it easy, made it fun. It goes, the 3 T's, everybody say 3 T's?
3 T's.
Are trauma, starting with birth trauma. The doctor pulls on your head, he twists your spine like this, and you walk around from basically 1 month old until you ever get back into this office to get this corrected so you can undo your life. But you're not taught that, so trauma. Then you have Uncle Charlie likes to throw you in the air, right? Okay? Then you learn how to ride your bike, right? Then you sit and you text all day long. So literally, over your life, trauma is pulling you down like this. We live like this as America. Welcome to America, right? But then also toxins. Within a few hours old, they want to inject poison into your body. They tell your mom not to breastfeed. Give them something better that's man-made. So now you're on formula, which is a formula. It's not food, it's a formula, right? Well, it's good for you. It's better than what mom can make. No, it's not. So now you're toxic because you're not eating food anymore, right? Then you start believing what the TV says about you, not what God says about you. Then you believe what your friends, you are who your friends call your names, right? You believe what your parents speak over you, well, you'll never be. And so now, from literally day one, you have trauma, toxins, and stinking thinking happening to you every 360 degrees, no matter where you go, right? You go to your home, you hear the drama. You go to school, you see the drama. You go to work, there's drama. You go to church, there's drama. You turn on the internet, what do you see? More drama, right? And how many days a year does that happen? Every stinking day. You hear me talk about, I like my bubble. Yeah, because I've spent years kicking all the trauma, toxins, and drama out of my bubble, right? You want to talk that way in my house? Go to your room. I don't want to hear that. And yet now, over the years of doing that, we have fun. We had a great Thanksgiving together. We're going to have a great Christmas together. We're going to have fun because we have a functional unit of people that we've been dealing with on a regular basis at correcting trauma, toxins, and stinking thinking to where now in my house, we have peace. It's not perfect, right? The Broncos still aren't going to the playoffs yet, maybe, but it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's a whole lot more fun than what I hear going on out there. Does that make sense? So if you want that, I'm going to show you how to get there in ways that are, you can take this to the bank. It works. You may not want to do it, but that's not my problem. That's up to you, right? But that's what we're dealing with every day. And no matter where you go, no matter where you live, there's trauma, right? There's toxins. There's stinking thinking. So my job is to help you take responsibility, for what you can do for these 3 things, 360 degrees in your life, 365 days a year. To learn how to live in a way, realizing that you wake up in a war zone and how you personally can win the war. That's what it's about. If my mission is your health and your happiness, then I need to teach you how to fight back. Because out there, the people out there would love to screw all this up, and we're here, it's time to fight back. It's not working. You need a better roadmap. You need a better GPS system. Because here's the thing. You think you're just a body. So you work on your body, and yet you're still not happy. You lose 100 pounds, but you're still miserable to live with. Okay? Or you forget the body, eat whatever you want because it doesn't matter, and you go to church every day. You got donuts and coffee, and you're feeding your pain with food. All right? You pray every day, you read your Bible every day, you say your affirmations every day, you set your goals every day, you success, you write positive motivational books, but yet you think it doesn't matter and you ignore your body. That doesn't matter. It's all connected though, it does matter. And the last thing, your mind. I can watch whatever I want, I can do whatever I do, I can say whatever I want to say about myself. See, here's the problem. When you're talking about yourself out loud, your cells are listening. I'm old, I'm tired, I'm heartbroken, I'm depressed. We'll get that in a minute. Your body listens to that and just reacts. Okay, whatever you want. You get what you want. Open sesame. You get what you want. And so, but yet when you walk in here, we know that there's 3 T's that attack your body, your mind, and your spirit on a daily basis, no matter where you turn. And you have to be able to defend yourself no matter where you find yourself every day of the year. Don't be overwhelmed, but that's what you're up against. That's why you're maybe not happy. That's why you're not healthy. It's not that God made you junk. It's not that you're fatally broken. We just need to learn how to defend yourself. Defend your body and make it do what you want it to do. Defend your spirit. Defend your mind. And be the person that God says you are and do the things He says you can do versus what they say out there. Does this make sense so far? Say Yahoo? Yes, all right, good. So again, we've talked about this, and I'm going to talk about it again. You know, it's funny. It's funny. I listen to social media stuff. I listen, and they say, well, you need to have your own story, and you need to just stick to it and keep it the same. I'm like, yeah, I got my story, right? You all can stand up here and tell my story, which in the whole marketing world now is a good thing. I'm like, hey, I'm doing something right since 1996, right? So here's the thing. What color should healthy grass be? Green. Green. Who made it that way? God did. So God made you to be healthy. My job, and you have this on the sheet, my job is your health and your happiness. What does that mean, Dr. Arvay? Well, it means that that's what God's plan is for your life. You're at your full potential. You're making health. You're maximizing your life. There's no disease. You're at your ideal weight, okay? You have no need for medications or shots or surgery. And every day you live in shalom. Say shalom. Shalom. Okay? That's not just hello or goodbye. And when you live there, all of that thrives. It grows. You make it all by itself. Your body is self-healing, self-regulating. That's what it wants to do. So if I give my grass enough water, it wants to be green. It does that naturally. It's how God made it. So where you're at right now isn't necessarily where you're supposed to be. To get you health and healing and happy is where you're supposed to be. You were made to be. So if you're not, something's wrong. It's just how it is. No, it's not how it is. Don't believe that lie. But because of the 3 T's, you may find yourself in the brown grass zone. So trauma, birth trauma, it does this to your spinal cord and nerve system. Your brain can't tell the body to heal itself. The power of the brain made you in the womb perfect, but it can't keep you perfect because you have kinks on your nerve system. Because you were told never to get your baby checked after it was born, never go to the chiropractor, they're crazy quacks. But yet brush your teeth, that's just fine, right? But then every time you do a toxin, whether it's a vaccine or a medication or shot or surgery, not saying I'm against it, I'm just saying it does this to your nerve system. It attacks your brain. And it shuts down the healing process. And every time you have a stinking thought about yourself and you chew on it and now it becomes your reality, that causes a kink in the hose as well. So the 3 T's, they cause a kink in the hose, if you would. So therefore your grass goes from green to what? Brown. To brown. And if we don't turn this around, start dealing with the 3 T's, then it goes to dead grass. So now organs start coming. Why? Because when you go to the doctor, they're going to try to find what shot or medication or surgery to help deal with the brown grass, the unhealthiness and the unhappiness. The unhealthiness and the unhappiness is what you want to go away. You don't know it's because of the 3 T's. You want to go up there. They promise you all of that's going to take you there, but yet does it? No. Because the answer is inside of you. The healing's inside of you. If this is your hose, your spinal cord, your life, and I do this, and we turn the water back onto the grass, onto the brown grass or the dead grass, what will it do all by itself? It goes back to green. So that's all I want to do with you is to teach you about the 3 T's, realize they're doing this to you, how to find them, how to do this, 360 degrees of your life, 365 days of the year, so that you can be green grass too. Okay? That's what we all be doing. That's what I will be doing. You know, I'll tell you, Mrs. Arvay and I have been traveling around the world for a long time, and we get there and go, do we want to move here? And it's been, well, let's just say 30 years been together next month. Oh, and actually married 30 years next month. Yay, January 6th, right? And he's like, no, get your butt back over here and get back to work. People are dying. I'm like, okay, got you, sir. I mean, that's it. There's nowhere else in the world we'd rather be but here, doing this, okay? All right, Scott, I'm fired up. I'm glad you got extra minutes on your recording stuff. Okay. So again, if you're here, we want to get you there. The way you get there is you have some options, right? You have some options. Yes, it's important to have a positive attitude, but that does not make you green grass, right? Yes, it's important to exercise. We did it today, right? Miss Carol, are you sore today, Carol? Good. D, where you at? I saw D here. Yep, is that good? First time here, right? You missed it today. We sat down the whole time. So we sat down the whole time. So we had the bands. We did right leg. We did left leg, right? Then we did pull up your pants. And then we did sit-in with pull-aparts. Dude, it was on fire. You watched the video. I was like, it was hard. And so exercise is important. But again, there's people who work out and run marathons, they drop dead of heart attacks. That doesn't deliver the promise, right? Then clean eating. Clean eating is very important. It's very important. It sabotages, it causes interference. If you're not eating right, or if you're eating too much of a good thing, that's going to cause a kink in the hose. Too much fat, too much protein, too much carbohydrate, right? We'll get to that in a minute. But that kinks your hose. That's what we're going to spend today on, is finding out how food kinks your body's ability to look great, feel great. It messes with your body's ability to be healthy. It messes with your body's ability to be happy, right? And your connection in your spirit too. So we're going to get to that in about 4 hours. Don't worry, okay? So I'm on a roll right now. I like it. But then, yes, it's important to detox. Your food becomes your medicine. You detox while you eat and drink, right? And sweat, right? And take the right nutrients. But the problem is that anytime you've had a problem with your health or anything, what did you run to did you just change your attitude? Did you just go to the gym and work out? Did you change your diet for more than a year? Well, I did for a week. Well, how'd that go for you, right? It was too hard. I get it. Did you just detox? Or did you just run to Walgreens or run for medical help? Which is fine if you have an emergency. I'm not against that. But you want to get healthy. You want to get happy. And we keep running here, and that's not producing health and happiness. It'll save your life in an emergency, but it's not going to produce abundant health and abundant happiness and a green grass over a long time, over a long period of time. It's not going to produce the results. We've all said all those things are getting worse in children, in teenagers. And the problem is that the 3 T's happen, right? Trauma, toxins, stinking thinking shut us down, make us hurt, make us have problems, and we don't run to the cause to address the 3 T's. We try to find a shot, medication, or surgery, something to cover it up and to mask it or medicate it. Or we zero-scape the yard and don't have to worry about watering the grass anymore anyways, right? So that's why it's not working. But if we look at the brain, spine, and nerve system, that's where it starts. That's where it starts. So at the end, if you're not under care, at the end, if you don't know your spinal number, I'm fired up today. I knew I had something to say. If you don't know your spinal number, then you're messed up. Because you may know your blood pressure, you may know your cholesterol numbers, you may know your whatever numbers it is, your BMI, your weight, but that doesn't predict a safe future or not. Your spinal numbers do. And so if you don't know what those are, I'll give you an opportunity before we're done today to figure out how to find out what they are, okay? What they are. All right, let's carry on. So it all started with Adam and Eve. It all started with Adam and Eve. When Adam and Eve ate the apple, was it because they were hungry or because they were trying to get something else? Something else. So you've been using food or who knows what to try to get something else that your body will already give you if you know how to unlock it. Okay? If you know where the kink is. And so, do you have an empty stomach problem or do you have an empty heart issue? That's where we come from. Because again, okay, who needs more knowledge? Broccoli, carrots, more vegetables, more water, or more chocolate chip cookies, more candy bars, right? More slices of pizza. Which one should I do if I want to be healthy? The more vegetables, right? I mean, so there's not a lack of knowledge. Water, Diet Coke, right? But why do I grab the Diet Coke? Why do I grab? Well, A, because if you read the ingredients, there's addictive ingredients in it. So now I become addicted to what's in there. Okay? It's bad stuff. So realizing your food issue, your lack of budgeting of food, is not necessarily an empty stomach issue, but it's an empty heart issue. You have an empty heart. So when I talk about stinking thinking, causing a kink on the hose, well, it can be a sugar addiction, can cause a kink on the hose where you just can't, you drive by Starbucks and says, hey, come get a Frappuccino, you deserve it, right? It'll justify, it'll tell you, well, you'll start someday, right? Or sugar, or candy, or whatever it is, a cookie, you walk by the cookies and it'll say, hey, come get some of me. Oh, you can start that tomorrow, right? So the sugar addiction. But then being overweight, your hormones out of whack. You're on an emotional roller coaster, right? We talk about how, kids, junior high kids, teenagers, right? They're like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, right? Chronic pain, chronic medication use, chronic disease is all due to an empty heart, more or less, not the empty stomach, not an empty stomach. And what I mean by that is that, again, if you're addicted to sugar, that will destroy your brain, that will destroy your skin, make you look old, that will destroy your female organs working or male organs working like they're supposed to, right? Infertility issues, stuff like that, hormone issues, function issues, you name it, male or females, right? Your joints are going to hurt and ache, your kidneys aren't going to work and get stones in them, and your heart's going to shut down from sugar, food. So it's important that you don't get too much sugar in your body because over time, the 3 T's, toxins, over time, one day at a time, will overtake you, and now it shuts down, not because God's mad at you, not because you're broken, yet you're literally killing yourself with your spoon and your fork. Spoon and fork, right? 95% of all chronic disease, which means 95% of your cause of unhappiness, your cause of unhealthiness, is your lifestyle. It's how you live every day with those 3 T's, trauma, toxins, stinking thinking. Does this make sense? It's a lifestyle that causes the heart disease, the diabetes, the cancer. You weren't born with that. And yet every day, the 3 T's, you grow that in your body, and that's why they can say that 95% of all chronic disease is by food choice, toxic food ingredients, nutritional deficiencies, and lack of physical exercise. Because we're all too busy for that. We don't pay attention to that. Well, we've been lied to. Look at your partner and say, you've been lied to. Look at the other person that brought you. You don't say, hello, you've been lied to too. So that's why I feel pretty confident saying if my mission is your health and happiness, and I can teach you how to live better one day at a time, I'm pretty confident you're going to see good changes in your health and happiness. So, wrong way. Everybody say, go back. It's time to go back to the beginning. You're on the wrong road right now. Oh, we got to find a better road for you. All right? That's what it's all about. So look and feel. So now, again, here's the way to keep feeling bad. Here's the way to stay depressed. Here's the way to keep stepping towards a nursing home, being bankrupt, because your insurance isn't going to cover all the things you're going to need. So just eat whatever you feel like eating, whenever you want to eat it. Cut short your sleep at night. Okay, get less and less. I don't have time. I don't have time. I try to drill into my kids' heads. Listen, study 45 minutes a day so you're not up all night trying to cram for a test. Not good, because lack of sleep is going to shut your brain off and you're not going to do well. Spend most of your time sitting in it. So just sit around the house or at work all day long and do nothing. That'll make you look and feel old. Pay no attention to your thoughts. Think whatever you want to think. Think whatever you want to think about that person. Think whatever you want to think about yourself. Don't put any limits on that. Okay? Disconnect your brain from people, life, and future. So don't take care of your spine. Keep believing the lies. Look to medicine for shots, surgeries, and to only fix you whenever these symptoms and pain show up. And then you'll look really old and you'll feel really old no matter what your birth date says. Guaranteed. I promise you. Right? Anybody argue with that or think I don't care if you're wrong or not. But we're like, yeah, we all agree about that. So then what do I have to do to make you to change then? Because half of me's like, if one person today who hears this talk changes, then I've done my job. I'm not trying to get all of you to change. That'd be crazy, right? I just want one person. But if you say, I don't know why I can't lose weight. I don't know why I'm not happy. I don't know why nobody likes me. I don't know why God, then we blame God. Oh, God must not like me. I'm like, no, you don't like you. You need to, but if you're doing that on a daily basis, there's your sign. There's your sign, okay? So, we don't live in drug-free America, believe it or not. Because this is what we're doing from age 0 to age 65 because of the trauma, toxins, and stinking thinking in our life. And again, why am I doing this? Get to the food budget class. I am going to get to the food budget class, but you have to know why you want to put your food on a budget. Because if you don't, this is your drug-free America you're going to live in. If I just said, oh, just take all the medicine you want, don't worry about it, like, okay, I can do that. I'll do that. I'm never too busy for that. I'll take time for that. God forbid, I know people older, let's say over 70, man, they live their life around when they have to take their medication. Now, if they plan the same way around their workouts and their adjustments and their nutrition, they wouldn't need so much medication, right? Can you come out and visit? I don't know, I have to look at our doctor's visits first. And we have to take our medication. They plan their whole, you stop the goat and do the whole thing for that, but you will not apply the same energy into getting adjusted, doing your home exercises, going to church, speaking love to each other. If you put that much energy into what's right with you, you wouldn't be in this drug-free America. Does that make sense? Because we all have 24 hours in a day. But yet we just kind of just shut off our brains, kind of just whatever, and it's just too hard. That's where we live. So today is for you if you're currently at your heaviest and you want to fix that. If your children are overweight and you want to fix that. If you worry about your spouse's weight, okay? If your weight is getting the best of you, today is for you, right? Your weight's getting the best of your mind. You look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, and it doesn't matter really what you weigh because you see the worst in you. Also today is for you're not able to sleep without any medication. You can't sleep at night. So you need medication to knock yourself out. If you have diabetes or you're pre-diabetic, we had 2-3 people this week, their A1C, which is your diabetes number, that number went to normal, went to 0. Or didn't go to 0, went to 5, which is normal, okay? CBC numbers change. Numbers are important. If you have heart disease, or you're on any medications, you've currently had or had cancer, or there's body parts not working like you want to. Mostly men. I just got to keep it PG-13-ish, okay? So if you're like, yeah, what can I do about that? Which one of these do I need? This is not the talk for you. What do I need to do differently? This is a talk for you, right? This is not the talk for you if you're just not ready to commit to this. If you're not ready to commit, I can't fix that. I can't change that. Well, I'm fine, which in this office, you know that's the F word, right? I'm fine. How's your husband? He's fine. Really? He's fine? My team knows. Don't tell him he's fine. Whatever. Tell him he's dead. Tell me he's sick. Tell me he hates your guts, but don't tell him he's fine, right? Well, I'm just too busy. I can't find the time to do this. Okay. This is too hard, Dr. Joe. It's too hard. I'll get to this someday, just not now. And I don't see any reason for this. I'm fine. Right? Well, then where do you see yourself in a year or 5 years? And if you say, I can't, then I get it. Where do you want to feel like? You'd be like, what do you want to do tomorrow? I mean, seriously, I get it. Some of these questions are like, I've tried this before. I do not want to disappoint myself again. I don't want to set myself up for failure again. I don't want to set you up for failure either. I would never do that to you. I would never promise you something and not be able to deliver it and give you ways to keep with it. And you're going to fail. I fail all the time, but I don't quit. My gift is I'm very stubborn. Okay? Don't say anything about that.
It's a gift.
Okay, everybody say better way. There is a better way. There really is. There really is. But here's the problem. If something or someone has to change, then something and someone has to change. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect a better result. Just not going to work that way, okay?
That's being crazy.
That's being crazy. That's the definition of insanity. So the first thing is I want you to develop a big why. Everybody say big why. You have to have a big why. You will not finish. You'll start the race, but you won't even get far on the race because you'll give up because the answers or the solutions you want won't come fast enough because we're a quick fix society. We want it now. We want it now. Well, it's going to take time. It took you time to get where you're at. Remember your teeth? You didn't brush them for 40 years, so right? But we want to fix your big why first. So what does that look like? That means by the time I am 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, 80 years old, I want to have money in the bank. I want to have health. I want to have whatever it is you want to have. And if you lock onto that, that will give you a desire. It says, I'm done. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I do not want the next 20 years to look like the last 20 years. I'm putting my foot down. Enough's enough. I don't care anymore what people think of me. It's a good place to be, okay? Or I want to get blank done before my kids get out of the house, or before my husband or I retire, or before my child's wedding. I want to, whatever, get something done or have something, right? My buddy of mine says, what can I get you for Christmas? I go, come and help me clean my garage. That's what I want. I don't need any more stuff. I need to get the stuff out of my garage or out of my life. I got to declutter my life. That's what I want for Christmas. I want my legacy to be blank. Well, Grandma and Grandpa, they were always sick. So they think of you always being sick. Or versus Grandma and Grandpa, they had lots of energy. Or my mom was so passionate, so powerful. She got out of bed every morning with a new energy, new power. How do you want people to remember you? How do you want people to think about you? When you come to mind, when they see you on the caller ID, do you want to pick up the phone because you're going to be full of energy versus life sucking, life energy taking versus energy giving? I have always wanted to travel. I've always wanted to lose weight. I've always wanted to be in a size whatever. And there's no wrong answer, but just touch your heart and just spend a few minutes and say, I always wanted to blank when I was a little girl, little boy, or I always had this goal. Well, it's not too late. Today's about doing a U-turn and turning this thing around, right? And then once you have your big why, you have to fix the heart issue. You got to fix the stinking thinking. It will sabotage you. It will talk you out of your best life. Promise you. You have to talk yourself into it, especially when it gets really stinky and no one else is going to talk you into it. You got to talk yourself into it. You start talking to yourself. Okay, that's okay. All right, I'll give you a doctor's note. Don't worry about that. But right now, if you're holding on to fear or bitterness or control issues or selfishness or depression or jealousy, then you're going to talk yourself out of being healthy. You're going to talk yourself out of eating what you should be eating, or the portion size of it, okay? If you're dealing with insecurity or rejection or deceit or trust issues or pride issues, then that's going to shut you down. Did I spell it wrong? Deceit. Good. That's what I said, deceit. What did I put? Deceit. Okay. Deceit. It's French. It means you're lying to yourself, okay? But if this is what you're holding on to, then that stinking thinking, that's going to shut you down. That's going to cause health. You could have a perfect diet and still have cancer because emotionally, cancer can grow in your body as well. Okay? So, shalom. Everybody say shalom. Shalom. That's a great word. If I don't know what to pray, I just declare shalom over everybody, right? Because that means that I want to see peace, harmony, wholeness, completeness, prosperity, welfare, and tranquility over your life. Nothing missing, nothing lacking, nothing broken. That's what shalom means. Nothing missing in your life, nothing lacking in your life, and nothing broken in your life. That's a promise. Whether you believe it or not, it's irrelevant. It's there. To the fact that you do believe it and to the fact that you do declare it and you claim it over yourself is to the point it allows to grow. There's lots of verses out there that say, speak that which is not as if it was. That's faith. So you're going to look in the mirror and say, hey, good looking, how you doing? And you may be at your heaviest or whatever, start speaking it. And then your body will start moving that way because your brain will start believing it. And your body will start reacting. And then cravings, all things, you'll start breaking those strongholds. So shalom is what I pray for you. And that's what I pray over you when I'm adjusting you as well. So, and then the last thing is, okay, not the last thing, but you got your big why, you're fired about your future, you have a reason to change your food, your heart, we're working on our heart issues. People don't make you crazy as much as they used to, so you're working on that. That's a process, right? Because you can have a really good day, but then you get out of bed and people mess it up, right? Okay? And then now it's time to put your food on a budget. It's time to control. Say, I'm taking back control. Over food. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to eat. I'm not going to give you a magic diet. As long as you win the game on the numbers, you can eat whatever you want to eat. I'd prefer you eat food. I'd prefer you eat healthy because you'll feel better and you'll get to eat more food, right? But now it's time to put your food on a budget, right? So, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Hippocrates said that, okay? Every bite you take is either fighting disease or feeding it. This is me, right? This is me before I put my food on a budget. Working out 6 days a week, doing a lot of stuff, but I didn't have my food on a budget. So I was eating way too much fat. I was doing what everybody else said out there, ketogenic diet, paleo diet, intermittent fasting, you name it. I was teaching it and I was doing it. And it was helping people get healthy. I was healthy, but I was not where I wanted to be. For as much as I was working out, for as much as I was doing, I should have appeared more fit and not have love handles. I'm not going to get into all that. But to me, I did not like how I looked. And I knew there was a way, no different saying that I hate what this checkbook says. I want more money in there. So what do you got to do? Get on a budget. Spend less, make more. Watch your spending. You got to lock it down. Get rid of the emotional stuff, right? All that Dave Ramsey stuff. Same way with money, right? So the same thing with food. Because if what you're eating is not achieving the goal, then we need to look back at what you're eating. Does that make sense? I don't care what your excuses are. I don't care what my excuses are. I don't care what your story is. I don't care if you're eating vegetarian, which I don't recommend, right? You need protein, but you need to know what you're putting in your body, especially if you're not getting the results you want. If you're happy with the way you are, you're getting the results you like, fine, keep doing what you're doing. Right? But for me, I wasn't. And so I put my food on a budget, and then that's the end result. And I'm still getting stronger, still looking better, okay? This is just a process. And that literally is overall probably less than 90 days. Now, where else can you go and look at your checkbook, look at all your debt in 90 days legally? 90 days, the debt is all gone. I was thinking about this. My friend teaches this get out of debt workshop in 7 years or less. And I'm always mad because after the seminar, we're all pumped up. I'm like, well, give me the check to go pay it all off. With food on a budget, literally in 30 days, you're going to see, like literally in 90 days, that old you is gone. There is nothing left of that old you if you put your food on a budget. And follow it. Follow it, right? And again, forget about my appearance. This is the proof in the pudding. 30 years of marriage, 30 years of raising children. Oldest is going to be 30 next year. Youngest is going to be 18 in a few days, right? I would even put my dog's diet against your diet. This dog she eats better than I do. I'll just tell you that. Mrs. Arvay. I don't know if Mrs. Arvay loves the dog more than me, but sometimes I question that. And even Kai's going to be 10. She looks great for 10 years old. But my point is that it's not just me and how you look. It's raising 4 healthy, vibrant, fully alive children. And we've had our issues with cancer, with epilepsy, with depression. We've had our issues. The 3 T's have almost gotten to us and taken us out. But yet we fought back. We got smarter. We got more specific. We didn't give up on the plan. And because we fight the 3 T's on a daily basis, no matter where we are, we live this. I mean, last night I was getting ridiculed and teased by the company at our house. What are you going to eat as soon as I get my food in? Well, what do you do? I mean, I was just like, because I'll show you in a minute. But anyhow, we live this, right? As long as they're under my roof, we live this. When they get on their own roof, I can't promise, but yeah. So if you want my help, right, then first of all, pull out your first sheet. Now we're finally getting to the workshop. So you need to write down what you want to go shopping for, right? What you want to go shopping for. For first question, making a shopping list is, what do you like to eat? What do you like to eat? Go to yourself, go to your children, go to your spouse if you have one, and ask them, what do you like to eat? So look at the vegetables. If you don't like artichokes, then don't circle artichokes, right? So artichokes, arugula. Can I get an arugula? Azuga. That's a family joke. Asparagus, avocados. Well, I like avocados. Great. Circle avocados. Do you like them for breakfast? Put a B. Do you like them for lunch? Put an L. Do you like them for dessert? For dinner? Dinner. Put a D. Do you like them for a snack? Put an S. You're building a food plan. Well, I like beets. I like to do beet juice myself personally, but I like eating beets, bell peppers, bok choy, broccoli rabe, whatever that is, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, celery, collard greens, especially in the South, cucumbers, eggplant, garlic, green beans, Jerusalem artichoke, kale, mushroom, olives, onions, parsnips, peppers of all kinds, pumpkin, radish, romaine lettuce, sea vegetables, spinach, squash, tomatoes, rutabaga, turnips, watercress, or wheatgrass. Again, I'm just giving you ideas. What can I eat? You can eat all this if you want. You can eat a lot of it if you want. It's vegetables. But, in time, circle what you like and start there. You're making a shopping list is what you're doing. Well, how about fish? Anchovies, right? Bass, cod, grouper, haddock, halibut, just for the halibut. Herring, mackerel, holy mackerel, mahi-mahi, red snapper, salmon, sardines, okay, Taylor Vaughn, yum-yum, sea bass, trout, tuna, walleye, or no shellfish if you want to get Levitical, okay? Reason is, a lot of shellfish eat fish poop. So you are what you eat. So when you're eating shellfish, you are eating fish poop from the bottom of the ocean. If you do a lot of it, it may have a toxic effect on you. If you do a little bit, you should be okay. It all depends. Some of you who are allergic to shellfish, you know who I'm talking about, right? Okay. How about nuts and seeds? When I put my food on a budget, I was way over with nuts and seeds. So almonds, Brazil nuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, hazelnuts, macadamia nuts, pecans, right? I went to school in Georgia. We say pecans, not pecans, right? Pine nuts, pistachios, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, walnuts, nut butter, sesame seeds, right? Or no peanuts if you're allergic to it. Again, we're just making a food list. If you like it, circle it, put it, what do you like it for? You're getting an idea. Dairy, A2 cow milk, that's important. I don't have 8 hours to explain that, but A2 cow milk is important. A2 cow, A2 casein is the way cows should be raised. They're not have been genetically defected, right? A2 cow cheese, A2 cow amasi, forget that. Goat's milk, goat cheese, kefir, sheep cheese, yeah, try that one. Sheep yogurt, any other raw dairy. Again,
what about almond milk?
Almond milk should be on here later on, but yes, almond milk. Your power shake. How'd you like your power shake? Everybody give a hand to Luke? Yeah, very good. I'll show you how to record the budget on that. Fats or oils. Again, this is what we use to cook with. Avocado, almond oil, butter, coconut oil, ghee. That's how you say that. Grapeseed oil, macadamia nut oil, olive oil, sesame seed oil, palm oil, walnut oil. No canola oil. It's not your friend. Then meat. Grass-fed meat we like. We get it from Corner Post Meats. You can go out and shoot elks or whatever you want. Beef, bison, chicken, duck, eggs, lamb, turkey, quail, or other wild game or venison. They're not big fans of pork because, again, pork can be toxic. You see what a pig eats, right? If you try to get organic if you can, but it can be toxic to some people. Okay. And then in moderation, you can do brown or wild rice. You can do beans, sweet potatoes, I eat every day. Quinoa, right? And then fruits. And again, I'm just going over things to help you pick a shopping list. Instead of walking around going, oh, I don't know, what do I feel like today? Well, I feel like some Chip-Ahoy, whatever, Keebler, Chip-Ahoy chips, some Dorito chips. Yeah, don't go with how you feel. You're going to go fuel your future. So blackberries, blueberries, cranberries, goji berries, raspberries, strawberries. African mango, apple, apricot, banana, cantaloupe, camu. I do not know what that is, so I can't tell you how to get it. Cherries, coconuts, figs, grapefruit, grapes, Indian gooseberry, right? Lemon, lime, mango, nectarine, orange, papaya, peaches, pears, pineapple, plums, pomegranate, say that fast 3 times, rhubarb, watermelon, and any other fruits. Again, it's food. God made it. You're okay with that. If you like it, circle it. You're making a food list. You're making a shopping list, right? Spices and herbs, not peaches and herbs. I always say that because it's just how old I am. Basil, black pepper, cayenne pepper, chili pepper, cilantro. How do you say it, Mrs. Arvay? Coriander seeds. Cinnamon, cloves, cumin. My house smells like cumin all the time. Matter of fact, that's probably Mrs. Arvay's second fragrance, cumin. I smell cumin like, that's Mrs. Arvay. Cumin goes in everything in our house. Dill, fennel, garlic, ginger, mint, mustard seeds, nutmeg, oregano, paprika, parsley, peppermint, rosemary, sage, tarragon, thyme, and turmeric. Spices. Really, really well. If you want to spice up any meat and you're getting bored with the flavor and taste, use spices to change your food, your vegetables. Then beverages. Almond milk, coconut kefir, coconut milk, cultured whey, herbal teas, kombucha, raw vegetable juices, sparkling water, spring water, or filtered water. Drink that, right? Organic coffees. Sweeteners, in moderation, use honey, stevia, occasional indulgences, wine, right, for communion purposes, huh?
Like daily?
Yes, the word occasional means as your budget allows, as your food budget allows. Dark chocolate. Then you get apple cider vinegar, balsamic vinegar, coconut aminos, cocoa, extracts of vanilla or almond. We just got back from Mexico. We replenished our supply of vanilla extract. Guacamole, hummus, mustard, mayo, salsa, sea salt, tamari. And then you got your vitamins, right? Green powders, protein shakes, stuff like that. So as you make your shopping list, this is going to help you, okay? And again, I have some of the foods that I use that I put on my food budget. So whether it's, you'll see where this goes at time. This is garbage pick in the Arvay house. Mrs. Arvay helped me out, right? So you'll find we did Ann's, shells and real aged cheddar, Ann's, shells and white cheddar, right? I don't do this one though. My buy did not like this one, and I paid for it. So Ann's homegrown deluxe aged cheddar, right? Then we've got Pub House battered halibut, just for the halibut, wild Alaskan. We've got taquitos. I didn't get any of these. My kids ate them up. So I come home. Mrs. Arvay has 2 salmon patties already cooked for me. God bless her, because I bought them, forgot they were in the refrigerator. She pulled them out and cooked them for me anyways. So bless her. But then the rest of them were eating taquitos. Well, when I was done with my salmon and my sweet potatoes, I was done. My budget was full for the day. So I didn't get this. Was I starving? No. But it's this budget said you can't have this. Can you have it tomorrow? Sure, if there's any left. But I had to save it because I was already at budget. I didn't want to go over budget, right? Because we don't do that. I'll show you why in a minute. So I didn't have these. So it all depends. But last night I had refried beans, right? You have tomatoes, again, the peel. And again, all these cans have a barcode. If you get MyFitnessPal and you have the premium package, you don't have to put in it. You just take a picture of the barcode. It puts it in for you already automatically. You just put how much you had of it. I'll talk about that in a minute. But then for breakfast, or Fit Aid, if you run a report on MyFitnessPal, for me personally, you'll say, Dr. Joe, you drink a lot of Fit Aids. Yes, I do. It's my vitamins, it's my fun, it's my happy food. It doesn't break my budget. It's like a healthy energy drink. Call it that. My egg whites, I do a whole carton of this for breakfast. Try breaking 15 eggs. Not fun. So we just buy the organic egg whites, pour it in, done. It's more efficient. Mrs. Arvay thinks I should have eggs once in a while. She'll sneak one in on me, right? Tells me. I have an egg yolk. I have a banana. Okay. I have my baby food that I love. Again, bar-coded. Sometimes I'll do multigrain. I do. Who ate my last bagel? Someone ate the last bagel in the house. Just so you know. I have a handful of dry oatmeal in here, right? Handful, put it in, put hot water, put the lid on it. When I'm ready to eat it, I take the lid off and I eat it. Okay? When I have bread, again, this is the protein sprouted bread I eat. I have a barcode on the back. That goes on my MyFitnessPal. Again, you want to eat a salad. You just hit the barcode. I'll show you all about it in a minute. If we have chili, I get immaculate organic flaky biscuits, right? Again, I'm not on a diet. I just make sure I eat enough food every day to fuel my health and future, right? If I don't eat enough, then I'm sabotaging my health. If I eat too much, I'm sabotaging my health, okay? Sweet broccoli or sweet corn, Bicolor corn, okay? Chili, vegetarian chili. Again, all these things have barcodes, right? And they don't. You can search it. I'm going to talk more about it in a minute. But this is the kind of stuff that we eat. Whenever I do put this in my coffee, my collagen's got a barcode, load it right up. It's in there. It goes into the phone, right? Right? Okay. And then a barcode, whatever you do, it has a barcode. Our greens have a barcode. Our protein bar has a barcode. You can all, and if you're like, well, I don't have time to write this stuff down, neither do I. Neither do I. But this is just a hodgepodge of what, and again, is there anything here that is so healthy it's going to kill you if you eat it? No. There's food here. There's food here. Huh? There's no barcode. Good point. It's good that there's no barcode on the banana. That means it's natural, right? But you will type in 1 banana. And by magic, it'll show up and it'll give you what your budget is. I'm going to get deeper in a minute. I'm just letting you know, eat food. But this is just a sample of what you'll see in our garbage can, after we eat it. And what I eat on a daily basis. Okay, there's my clicker. I'm trying to find it. Okay, and you can find this at King Soopers, Costco, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to buy this stuff at Whole Foods. You can. You don't have to buy this at Vitamin Cottage. You can. You can buy some of this at Costco or King Soopers or wherever you go. Okay? So, okay. And again, not all calories are the same. That's why you have to watch the budget. Again, a handful of almonds is 150 calories, 53. 1 Twinkie is 150 calories. That's why I don't pay attention to my calories so much. I pay attention to my carbohydrates, my fats, and my protein. Sometimes I'm right on the calories, sometimes I'm over. That's okay. It's your carbs, your fat, and your protein that are going to make a difference. Okay? So, this is what we look at. This is what you write down or record based on, is it a half a cup of oatmeal? Fine. Therefore, then it's 2 grams of fat, it's 13 grams of carbohydrate, 5 grams of protein. Fiber is important, but not mandatory. That's what I look for. And you can figure out whether it's a half a cup or 64 grams. That doesn't really matter at point. When you record it, you'll know what you're doing. But it's the protein, the carbs, and you're keeping track of on your daily budget. Okay? And your serving size of how much it is. So put my food on a budget. So let me walk you through this. Okay? Because don't get overwhelmed. I'm going to walk through it. But MyFitnessPal is an app. I don't have a cell phone. Get one. I don't have an iPad. Get one. I don't have a computer. Get one. Okay? So you can download it. And then you put in your personal information. You put in your real current weight. And then you put in your goal weight. There's no wrong number. Put a number in there. 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds. Put it in there. Then you're going to put, well, I'd like to lose 1 pound a week. That's fine. No one wants to lose, everyone wants to lose 10 pounds a week, right? But 1 pound a week. Then you're going to set your percentages up in a kind of close enough. Not everybody is the same, but there's a good place to start. And you probably will be 45% of your meals will be carbohydrates. 30% of your meal will be protein. 25% will be fat. We're just going to start there. Just start there. Start somewhere, right? And don't worry about recording water or exercise. Don't record your water you're drinking. It's going to ask you, don't worry about it. Don't put in your exercise. It just messes with it and makes it harder and gives you more to do. You don't need to do that. Okay? Again, commit to do this now. Everybody say commit. Commit. From now until January 1st. You're going to get a jump on the new you. If you did that now until January, people would not recognize you. They're going to go, what are you doing? You look amazing. Yeah, I'm just got my food on a budget now. What are you eating? Oh, whatever I want, but it's on a budget. For the next 1 or 2 weeks, just record what you're eating. Get used to searching and find out the food you eat. Raise your hand if pretty much you eat the same thing breakfast, lunch, and maybe different for dinner. I do. I'm pretty much right on the same for breakfast and lunch. Dinner's when it gets different. Okay? So you're not really putting in a bunch of different things every day. You're putting in pretty much 70% of the same stuff. And I'll show you how to make it go by even faster. Now that I know, everybody else knew before I knew, but no one told me how to do it, but now I know how to do it. It's not hard, just different. Wisdom. So experience is where you're going to get your wisdom, right? And this is one of the areas that has to change for you. Again, don't let your emotions get you. Stick to who you want to be. This budget will move you there so much faster and keep you there. Let the numbers lead you to a better you. Have fun with it. Be that person. Yeah, I was that person last night. Had my scale out. I was weighing everything, checking on my phone. They're making fun of me. Okay, Madison, if you're watching. But again, I don't care because where I want to go and who I want to be, I don't care what anybody else thinks about that. So, I wake up every morning and the game is, before I go to bed, I have to eat 307 grams of carbohydrate, I need to eat 76 grams of fat, and I need to eat 205 grams of protein. That's the game. Can't go to bed until I eat that. Yes, Mrs. Arvay.
But your scale is different than that 45.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But thank you. But thank you. So that's the game. Can you imagine waking up every morning knowing exactly what you need to eat?
No.
Or how much you need to eat of it? And simply, what if I gave you, okay, what if I give you each $5,000 a day and said you need to spend that every day?
That I like.
If you don't spend it, then you'll be punished or penalized. If you overspend, you'll be penalized. If you underspend, you'll be penalized. How about this? If you overspend, you don't get $5,000 tomorrow. If you underspend, you don't get $5,000 tomorrow either. But if you spend right exactly $5,000 every day, you get another $5,000 tomorrow. Do what you want with. You can save it. You can do whatever you want with it. You have to zero the account. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. So how did I get to these numbers? Well, when you fill out your profile, you're going to put your current weight. You're going to put you're going to put your starting weight, sorry. You're going to put your goal weight. Put your height, male or female, your birth date. Okay? Is your lifestyle sedentary, lightly active, active, or very active? It takes that into account. And then when you put that in, it's going to give you your numbers that if you follow these numbers, the computer will take you from 192 to 183. That's how you get your numbers. So when I put those numbers in, that said, fine. Then I want you to have 45% of your meal carbohydrates, 25% fat, 30% protein. Okay? So watch. If I change the percentage, right, carbohydrates, I can change the percentage by tapping on carbohydrates and put it where I want it to be. I can do my fat, and this is macronutrients, my fat, and then I can do my protein. As long as at the end of it equals 100%, you'll be good to go. Okay? It's got to equal 100%. So, 45, 25, 35. Now, if I change it, watch this. 307, 76, and 205, right? If I put that to 50, then my grams go up. If I put it at the grams change based on the percentages that you want to eat. So if you want to do, I want to do a 30, 30, 40, or 20, it doesn't matter. Put the numbers in. It will tell you what the game rules are for that day. Does this make sense? We doing good? Okay. So there's the game. Game on. So again, the game is to get to 0 before bedtime, or plus or minus 5 carb, plus or minus 2 fat, plus or minus 5 protein. I recommend eating most of your food in the morning, then lunch, then dinner. When you wake up, you can record your weight by clicking on your phone, hitting the weight button, and putting your weight in if you want to, what it is for the day. It'll track that. You can put your measurements in. It'll track that. So this is Tuesday, December the 11th. This is everything I had to eat. I had my banana, my collagen, my baby food, my 30 tablespoons of egg whites, my Starbucks, my bone broth, my organic oatmeal, my whipping cream, my Fit Aid, my Starbucks, everything bagel, and my sesame sprouted. Everything's in there.
That's all for breakfast.
It's all for breakfast.
But that's like what, 4:30 to 8?
That's 4:30 till noon.
Oh, so you grace breakfast.
I just eat when I'm sit down when I can. Yes, this is 4:30, 4:15 until, let's say 1 o'clock. Okay? But it's all in there, right? And then for lunch, I had my sandwich with an apple on it. I had my lunch meat. I had 2 Fit Aids. Then I came home for dinner, salmon, sweet potato, organic, and then boom, the game is like, so I was 73 calories over. That's fine. But I was within 2 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fat, I went over on protein. That's fine. Okay? But I knew where I was that day, right? And then I click a button, and it tells, and I'll show you in a minute. So that's now Wednesday, again, breakfast, again, lunch, dinner's different. But then I was at 0, 0, -3. Yes, I get my $5,000, right? Okay? Is this making sense so far? Are you with me? Okay. Now this is Thursday, a little tricky Thursday. Same breakfast, lunch was the same. Dinner, we went out to eat, and I didn't eat enough. I was not enough carbs, not enough fat, I was okay, not enough protein. I just got full and went to bed. I crashed out. Okay? And am I 100% on everything? I'm pretty good, but it's not perfect. I give myself some grace. I'm close enough. This is not a perfection thing. This is close. You get close. So here's the thing. If I needed to find out, well, I need more carbs, I need more protein, what can I eat? That's why I gave you this sheet right here. Last night, when I was eating, I was out of fat, but I had to eat more carbs and protein. So I went to my sheet here, and I said, I need more carbs and protein, and I got on my pinto beans, and I fulfilled my budget. I know it's getting picky, but when you get this down, you will love this sheet, because you're like, crap, it's lunchtime, and I'm out of fat. I can't have any more fat. What can I eat? I need more protein. I need more carb. In this sheet from Working Against Gravity, which are my nutrition coaches, right? These are my coaches, and this is what they provide. So what can I drink? I need more fat. Here you go. I need more protein. Here you go. Carbohydrates, fat, carbohydrate, protein. It's there, so you can add, so you can hit your numbers still, knowing what you need. Okay. And so again, I love everybody at Working Against Gravity. They're the ones that coach me through this, and I coach with them because I need a coach. So they help me through this. Okay. So now here's December 14th, right? Just the other day. So I have no food here on purpose. So now I'm going to put in breakfast. Breakfast, right? I wake up. I'm at 0. I haven't eaten anything yet. This is Friday morning, right? So I've got to make these numbers 0. So here's breakfast. I went to McDonald's for breakfast, let's say. I didn't, but I'm just saying. Then you would type you would click this button, add food on your phone. You would type in McDonald's menu, and whatever it is you had, you scroll through. If you had a sausage McMuffin dollar menu, you click on that, and it would put the numbers in for you, or whatever it was. And you can see if you're over budget and you can keep eating, or if you just simply blew it all in one McMuffin. That's why it's junk food, because it's a little bit of food, but it blows over your budget, and that's all you can eat that day. So I'm not telling you can't have an Egg McMuffin. I'm just saying you may not get anything else to eat that day because it blows your budget, right? Okay? That's the unhealthier the food it is, follow me, the smaller like one piece of pizza, one piece of cheese pizza, right? Versus a whole bowl of 30 tablespoons of egg whites, 2 cups of sweet potatoes, okay, equal to the same slice of cheese pizza in the budget world. Does that make sense? So I have a choice. A big giant bowl of food and get completely full, or one slice of pizza. Same thing in the macro. Again, Twinkies and almonds, same calories, right? But not the same macros. So you can add food that way. Or you can add your food in and you say, okay, I had one bagel. I had the bread. It's going to ask you, okay, you had 1 slice, but how many slices? I had 2 slices of it. I had 1 banana. I had 1 can. So this is where you get into your portion control. You put in how many you had, you put in whatever it is, and how many you had. In English, Dr. Joe, meaning that if I had whipping cream, then based on tablespoons, okay, I had 4 tablespoons of the whipping cream. That's how you put in the portion sizes. Okay, again, you'll figure it out. Just got to do it though. Same thing with everything else. Or, here's the thing, I found this button that no one told me about, thanks team. I can go to add food, copy yesterday, or copy from a date that you ate, the same plan, and boom, it throws it in. Yeah, now that I know about it, right? So if I eat everything for breakfast pretty much the same, so let's say I have 2 bananas, right, that day. Then I would click on banana, I would put 2, it would change the macros, but it's still, I don't have to re-enter the whole thing again. So same thing for lunch. Same thing, then I put this in, right, and this is actually last night, right? But I had to watch out on these, and I put the cheese in there, put the 0.25 cups, and it brought me right back. So I went to bed. I was quite not a protein, but I was good. And then here's the cool thing. When I hit clear, it says, if every day was like today, you would weigh 177.7 pounds. What was my goal weight? 183. So here's where it gets fun. I'm okay with what I ate because it says if you eat like this every day, you're going to be at your goal weight. Does that make sense? You're on the right path, Dr. Joe. Good job. You're a good boy. Way to go. It encourages me, right? But what if one day I just say, screw that. I'm eating whatever I want. So here's what I did. I took today's meal plan and I doubled breakfast, lunch, and dinner just to make it easy, right? So here's now today where I just doubled everything I normally eat for breakfast. And I doubled everything I eat for lunch. I doubled everything I eat for dinner. So I went way over. I went 303 grams over in carbs. I went 88 grams over in fat. I went 177 grams over in protein, hypothetically, because I haven't eaten any of this yet, right? So then I hit the clear button, and it says, if every day was like today, you'd weigh 204 pounds. In 5 weeks. So if you want to gain weight, here's your sign. If you want to lose weight, then there's your sign. Can you see how it doesn't lie to you anymore? Doesn't matter. I mean, if you eat this way, in 5 weeks, you're going to be going the right direction. Let's say that. And if I keep eating that way in 5 weeks, I'm going to go the wrong direction. You know every day before you go to bed how you did today. It's positive feedback. Does that make sense? How do I know this plan's working? You'll know every day. If your goal weight's 170 and it says, okay, in 5 weeks you're going to weigh 165, you're going the right way, right? If it says in 5 weeks you're going to weigh 140, you may be not eating enough. All depends on what it says, okay? But that's how you know. That's how you know. So what if the scale doesn't move, Dr. Arvay? Well, most times you're not doing your numbers or you're overdoing it. But if it doesn't move for whatever reason, then we're going to lower your fat grams by 5 grams, and we'll keep going. But if you keep hitting your zeros, numbers don't lie. I promise you, Miss Heather, she'll tell you all about it later on, right? Not up front, but we've been having Jesse and Heather do this, and they were getting great results. Better results. They probably doubted me at first, but they applied it. Not even perfectly, but again, these numbers don't lie. If you keep eating that way, you'll know. That's why I say, don't even worry about your numbers right now. Yes?
What if you make a meal like that? You make meatloaf.
Yes.
How would you put
You type in meatloaf, homemade. It is going to give you 80 different suggestions on what to put in.
there because that
Yes.
was chili night.
Yes.
So when I made chili, I scanned in all of the ingredients that I put into the chili, and then I used a cup measurement, and it was just a cup.
So
I did
right. So you have different options. If it's from a restaurant, you type in the menu, it might be there. Or you barcode the ingredients and how much is it. Or you simply put homemade ground turkey meatloaf. You just say what it is, and it's in there. It's like MyFitnessPal has spent time loading up every variation you can. And then you find the healthiest choice that's there. Oh, this one fits the budget. I'm going to use this. I mean, as you do this, you learn to game it, I guess. And and you're only honest with yourself, but the main thing is that if you know that's the real reality of it is. Yes, question again.
Can it give you recipes?
Yes, it gives you recipes. MyFitnessPal gives you, it gives you too much. Yes, Laura.
I used to have this years ago when I last did my fitness talk. I could enter my entire recipe and then just click on that recipe that I made.
Yes, you can, I'm just trying to get you to write down what you're eating right now. If you want to get your geek on like Scott and his family, they got their vitamins in there. You can load this thing. Again, I wouldn't necessarily put in the water and the exercise. I was told, I haven't done it. It messes with it. But you can put in your recipes. You can find recipes. You can share recipes. You all can get online and see what everybody else is eating. The results are endless. I'm just trying to get you to put your food on a budget for right now for 90 days to get yourself back to, I want to be on a mission for your health and happiness. Does that make sense? Okay? That's where I want to go. But when you, at the end of the day, if you don't set a budget and just put in everything you're eating, and you hit that button, you're like, oh, now I know why I weigh that way. There's no more hiding. Now it's up to you to fix it. Okay? So, and again, here's the cool thing too. It remembers everything you're eating. So if you want to report, I don't know why I'm losing weight. You do yeah, I'm putting everything in. Great, print me a report. Well, no, it's right there. It will tell me. So it can track your carbs, your fats, your proteins. What if you need to watch your sodium? Then you put in sodium. What if you want to watch your sugar intake? You can put in your sugar intake. It will keep track of potassium, carbohydrates, fiber, sugar, protein, all your vitamins. It keeps track of all of that as you put it in. So you can do a report on your weight and watch what it's doing. You can do, like I put in a fat report. So it showed me over the last 7 days, my biggest fat comes from, I had 7 times I ate it. I know so I can look at it and say, wow, you should switch to raw milk because you had 9. You had 7 times, again, heavy cream. I like my heavy cream. But it literally takes the guesswork out of where food is at. Does that make sense? There's no more hiding, no more surprises. You're no longer subject to just your genetics or your genes or whatever. This is going to bring it down. And does it take a little bit of time? It does. Not as much as you think, but I'm telling you, once you start getting this thing, you start crushing it, you look in the mirror and go, holy cow, this is actually happening, right? And you like yourself and you feel strong again. That's the best gift I can give you. I can't tell you, my confidence is fun. So we had a shake today. The max greens are in there. It's all in there. Strawberries, banana, almond milk. You put it in there and it's done. And again, products. I don't put it. Scott's really crazy. He puts in his vitamins. I don't put my vitamins in. I'm not there yet. But I put this in. It's there. Sometimes I'm short on protein. I need 20 grams of protein. 1 scoop's 20 grams of protein. Put it in. Hit my budget. I'm good to go. So I play with that. Sometimes I make a bowl of cereal. I put protein powder on it because I need more carbs. Again, you become like a mad scientist knowing what you need to feed your body to zero out so you get to $5,000 next day, okay? If anybody wants to buy vitamins today, the first 4 products, you get 10% discount. If you buy 5 or more, you get a 15% discount. That's our goal for you. Merry Christmas, okay? Here's your order form. Right there it is. So again, if anybody wants muscle testing, on Fridays and Saturdays, we do personal muscle testing. So to find out what you can eat and not eat, figure that out, we can go from there. Again, today before you leave, go see Miss Diana, because again, she talks about dill. Helps remove addictive to sweets, not sweats. Did I spell that wrong too? Bergamot helps with overindulgences. Grapefruit, again, a great detoxer. A drop of grapefruit oil, sip on the water all day, wonderful detoxer. Lemon, all the citrus oils are really good. Purification helps with food cravings, right? Peace and calming helps with cravings. Frankincense helps with everything, right? Okay, so somebody pick a number between 1 and 100.
94.
27,
53.
13, 27, 25, 73.
61.
Who said 13?
I did.
All right, so you win. The number was 8. Anybody say 8? Okay, so you win a
I was born on
Zynga.
8/13.
So there you go. So go see Diana. Give Miss Thelma a hand. So Diana has all kinds of goody stuff that can help you with your health, help with your cravings, help boost your nutrition. Go see her afterwards. If anybody has questions about anything, well, I'm not done yet, but anybody has questions about, I'm over, with skin, how to look good, how to feel good at age 29, go see Mrs. Arvay. She'll help you with that, okay? So, and again, I don't do phones. Get one. I don't do cell phones. Get one. Everything I showed you today, I do on my phone. It's right there. The screen is from a computer, but I do it on my phone. It's right there. It's very simple. It's very easy. Because why? I have a big why. If putting anything on my phone is going to get me to win the CrossFit game someday and going to get me to look great and feel great when I'm a grandpa someday and be there for my wife, I'll do it. I'll do it, right? And I work on my heart and my issues. I'll do it. But now I need the tools to get there. This does it, right? It does it. And I have a food scale. I have measuring spoons, measuring cups, weight scale, measuring tape, my phone camera. And again, working against gravity. If you want more coaching, right? It's $180 a month to start with. You do it for 3 months, then you maintain. I needed help. I need someone to watch. I check in every week. My coach helps me, does a great job, and we have fun. Coach Michael and Coach Addie, huh? It's not in there. It's right here. If you go on this website, again, I'm just giving you a bite of how big MyFitnessPal. And if you want extra help, I don't have the time. Honestly, I love you all. But if you really want to get after this and invest your money and time, I'll get you started, right? You can take today and do enough. But if you really want to get after it, they'll help you get there. They'll hold your hand more, okay? And this is what it looks like. One-on-one nutritional coaching, working against gravity. Canadian company, great people. Met them online, but it works for me. Works for me. And why did I do this? Because the people in my CrossFit world where I want to be, they do that. Well, if they do that and I want to go there, then I do that too. This is how I work. Whatever you're doing to be successful, I start doing. So if what you have issues that I'm winning the game at, I share it with you. It's because my mission is your health and your happiness. But danger, wrong way, turn back. What you've been doing is not working. It's time to turn back. Because you do not live in a drug-free America. You do not live in a drug-free America. So is it worth all this? Yeah, if you want out of this, then do what we talked about today. Because there's a better way. This is what I've achieved in the last 30 years, Mrs. Arvay and I. Through blood, sweat, tears, God, but also knowing that we live the 3 T's and we combat them every day. So again, what's your spinal number? What's your spine number? I don't know. Well, here's the thing. If you know your BMI and it's 30 and it should be 23, if your number's 30 in your BMI, they know scientifically that you're 3 times more likely to die of coronary heart disease. So if your numbers are off, you're 3 times more likely to get coronary heart disease. You're 2 times more likely to have colon cancer. You're 3 times more likely to get endometrial cancer. You're 4 times more likely to get osteoarthritis if your number is off. Well, if your spine number is off, it's even worse. It's even worse. That's why spine comes first. So if you're a patient, and if you're not a patient, then your first visit is $99. You get exam and x-rays, you get a few adjustments, and the time to go over with me to personalize. I'll go over your numbers. If you are a patient, at your re-x-ray, we'll look at what your numbers are, and we'll make sure they're going the right direction. If any of your family members are not under care, this is the first thing we do, right? If any of you watching on Facebook, this is the first place we start with me. So message me, we'll get you plugged in. $99 for you, $149 for your family. This is how you get a hold of me. If you have questions, I'd turn back if I was you, though. All right. Any questions as we wrap this up? Yes?
On the fitness pal, do you just simply back out of your entries if you want to say, oh, this is not going to work for my budget, so I'm going to change my meal?
Yeah. So the question is, if I put in food and I'm over budget, can I take stuff out? Yes. You can delete it. You can change the portion size. It's a game. I mean, I'm there, if I do this, if I do that, if I put this, if I put that, okay, yeah, it's a game. Yeah.
If I eat this, it's going to affect it this way, so I'm
yeah.
going to change my mind about what I want.
Yes. And if you blow it, guess what? New day tomorrow, start over. But you're writing it down. I promise you're going to get better, and eventually you're going to celebrate when you get there. Yes. Yeah. I eat breakfast and lunch pretty much the same. I know I'm safe. I know I can have dinner. When I come home, what I can have or how much of it is based on what she cooks or what we plan out. Then I will play the game. Yes. Back here, question. Any other questions? Yes, Donna.
So the tape measure, that's to measure your body as you're progressing.
I measure my hips, my waist, and my chest.
Okay, how often?
Only if you want to. I do once a week.
Okay, and then MyFitnessPal is a place that you keep having.
No, you can put it in there if you want to. You don't have to. Just the coaching I do, they want to see it each week. You don't have to. It's not but it's again, you don't have to get on the scale if you want. If you don't want, I mean, it helps. You got to put the two in there, but you know you're going the right direction. Yep.
The helpful part of it too is that you might not lose weight, but you lose inches, and it keeps you going.
It all depends. Yeah, it all depends. Yep, you'll get you there. Any other questions with that? All right, so give yourself a hand for being here. Go check out Miss Diana and Miss Arvay. I know we went a little bit over, but was today fun? Yahoo? All right, rock and roll. Go have some fun. Be blessed. Merry Christmas.